All right, so I want to do a quick video here. I had an idea for making a change to some of my shell aliases. I got one called PRD. When I run this, it'll actually print out the directory of the repo root. Of course, in this case, this is not a repo, so it just shows the current path. If I change it into a repo here, run it again, you can see it shows the location of the repo root, which is the directory I'm inside of right now. If I change it into, for example, a subdirectory, maybe go 2 levels down. If I run this now, you can see that is the top level directory of this repository. And then along with this, I was thinking about a way to print out, and I came up with pwdr. This will print out the path within the repository. So you can see I changed it into Z shell universals here. That was done up here. So I thought I'd like to have a way to print out that path within the repo relative to the repo. Hence pwdr for pwd relative to the repo. And then that got me thinking, well, maybe I want to combine this actually with PRD, which is to show the repo root. And I came up with PRD versus PWD. So PWRD, show me the repository directory. So I thought, what if I just merge these two together, show that full path, basically a PWD for the current directory. So the same thing here. And then what if I change the color? So the first part, which is the repo root, that shows in maybe my default yellow here. And then the latter part, somehow I highlight this. Maybe I show it in white or green or blue or some other color. So I'd like to combine those together. So that's my thought. So I'm going to change to my repo root here, a CDR. I'm going to open this up with CR for code and repo root. Those are a couple of aliases that I use a lot. And then I think I need to change to, and I'm not going to do this for Z shell right now. I'm going to come over to my fish implementation. So right now you can see PRD is right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. And then I've got PWDR right after it. So I'd like to just bring these two together. And my first thought is, well, let's have some sort of function. Maybe I'll call this underscore PRD for now, just to give it a name that I can think of quickly. And then in this case, basically I like to combine together PRD. Maybe I can get Copilot here to do this for me with PWDR and combine those together and then change the color of the second instance, which actually, if I'm thinking about it right now, I probably could do. In fish, there's a set underscore color. And maybe I'll just say, I believe you can just say white. I think if I do that and then run pwdr, let's just try this out real quick here. Pop open a new tab. To reload my startup files there, I should have PRD available. All right, looks like white is not showing anything, but actually I think might not be selecting actually. Let's come back here and it must be resetting between the two. Let's do this real quick. Yeah, it's not showing me the PWDR. Let's get rid of this real quick. Yeah, it's actually not showing me that. And actually, now that I think about it, I think I know why that's happening. So what I'm going to do is just inline this, because at the end of the day, I'll probably get rid of that E alias, the expanding alias. I'll put that right there. Test this out again, just make sure I'm not crazy. Oh, there's my problem. Of course, I'm sitting inside of the repo root. Wow, I'm a genius sometimes. That's all right. I needed to install or inline that code anyway, so that's probably fine. Now, if I run PRD, there you go. You can see the two parts. So if I come over here, maybe modify this set color. I believe if I set color, it'll change it for the rest of the output. I'm not 100% certain. We'll find out. There you go. It is. Okay, so now let's get these things combined together. So I might do this, actually. Let's set the I'll do set in fish is how you set a variable. I'll call this repo root for, and I could use RR, or I could expand this out to repo root. So that'll set a variable with the repo root into the underscore RR. And then next, let's just for a lack of a better word, call it prefix. Good job, Copilot. Bring up the set now actually bring that here, and then I'll get rid of this down below. All right, and then here I'd like to, dump out the repo root. Grab the color. I believe I can nest that inside of command substitution and then the prefix. And then, I want to reset the color when I'm done. All right, let's try this out. All right, that's looking pretty good. I've got some spaces in there. I believe if I use N or S, I can't remember. Let's try this out. Nope, must be S. There you go. All right, and I need a slash between the two. So let's come right before the prefix and put a slash. There you go. That is exactly what I was thinking. Now I might want to tweak the color on that. Oh, by the way, since I have a habit of opening up a new tab to reload my startup files, I actually have a button on my Stream Deck here that will close other tabs. So I'm kind of lazy about that. I know opening a new tab is probably not the best way, but it is a rather fast way for what I'm doing because my startup files are pretty optimized not to take a lot of time. And so it's easy just to invoke a shortcut, open up a new tab, and forget about invoking some function to reload my startup files or whatever else I might use instead, basically to reload the changes because I prefer to make my changes to my startup files inside the startup files. I'm not a big fan of developing functions right inside the command line. So coming over here and typing function and working with multi-line input, I'm not a huge fan of that. I prefer just to make the changes in my text files, in the script files, and then just open up a new tab. All right, so what do we got now? Let's think about colors here. Let's do green and see what that looks like. Hey, that looks pretty good. Maybe, let me think for a second. Actually, you know what? I think I like the color white. I think that's actually a good choice. I might make it bold. I think you put dash bold on here. Nope. Well, I forgot the, did I forget the dash? What am I doing wrong here? Set. Okay, let's see. Set underscore color dash dash bold. There we go. My bad. All right, try that again. Hey, I think that looks pretty good. I think that's exactly what I want. So now let's go ahead and clean this up and bring some of this together. And let's do print the current dir with both the repo root colored separate of prefix, which is the dir. Yes, exactly. That's I probably don't need to put a description on there, but it's kind of nice sometimes to have that. That way over here at the command line, if I do underscore PR and try to complete that, oh, come on. Do I not have anything similar? P. No, I probably have nothing similar enough to, there we go. Control S will search through here, PRD. Now you can see there's the description right there. That's one thing I really like about Fish. Though that description really probably doesn't help understand what exactly this does. Nonetheless, it's still kind of nice to have. Okay, so what else do we want to do here? Oh, I want to get rid of PWDR. Well, I mean, maybe I'll keep that because I might need that for some other scenario where I just need the prefix itself. So we'll just leave that. And what I want to do, though, is replace PRD with this new underscore PRD. So let's just get rid of that. And we'll just call this PRD. Again, this comes from the idea is PWD, but for a repo root, but for a repository. Yeah, just do PWD for a repository. So print the repository directory. And I wonder if there's anything else I really need to do here. Probably open up a new tab, close the other tabs. And yeah, PRD. Let's just test it out. Looks good. All right, I think I'm going to stop there. Anyways, I just thought it'd be fun to turn the mic on and start talking out loud, thinking out loud while I was making this change here. If you guys like this style, as I make changes to my startup files, I think just at least once or twice a day, I probably make a change to my startup files, add some sort of little helper for something hopefully that I use quite frequently, so it's not just a waste of my time. Anyways, I can just turn the recorder on in the future when I'm doing that and hopefully bang out some new changes and explain a little bit about my thinking, which might actually make me think through things a little bit better because I know someone's going to be looking at it and judging me. And so perhaps maybe that will make me develop things that are more likely to be used and not just waste my time. So there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments, and that's it for now.